Hello everyone and welcome to Cross-Gen Gaming, where I'm very, very happy to announce that single-player games are alive and well. Woohoo!
Yeah, let's go, baby! Single player games are still here today. We're making it happen today. Go!
I did not expect you to be that excited, but I'm here for it. That's right. Despite what EA may have implied on Twitter not that long ago, and then back down from in their recent earnings call, single-player games aren't going anywhere. In fact, they actually make up most of the top-selling games of 2022 so far. But before we dive into what this means for gaming, give this video a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when we post new content. So that all sounds pretty great considering how us hardcore gamers hate anything that isn't single-player.
Multiplayer only.
But as always to this, there's a bit more to the story. Here to tell us more about these developments is our resident number cruncher, Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy, what's up with all these numbers?
Thanks a lot, Dylan. We're out here talking to all these numbers behind me. You can see them just having a great time out here. They're really happy that they're contributing to single player games being pretty dominant 2022 so far. It's pretty great stuff. All in all, they're really out here just trying to add up to having a good life. This bit is terrible. We need to move on. According to a new report published by the NPD Group, half of the top-selling games for the first 6 months of 2022 are single-player, story-based games. The report includes the top-selling games for June 2022 as well as the top-selling games year-to-date. It's worth noting that these numbers aren't complete, with digital sales from Switch exclusives being omitted, and they only focus on premium games, so free-to-play and expansions and that kind of stuff aren't included. Taking a look at June's data reveals that the top 2 games for the month were Elden Ring again, it's been there since it released,
Of course.
and multi-platform darling LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga again.
Yeah, I didn't realize this was so popular. I'm here for it though.
Apparently. Interestingly, we see that Mario Strikers Battle League, which is a brand new Switch exclusive Mario spin-off game, peaked at number 3, just below the aforementioned LEGO Star Wars, and both Overwatch and Final Fantasy VII Remake jumped back into the top 10 after having been much lower the previous month. Literally, Overwatch was 57, 58. I think Final Fantasy VII Remake was 150 something because it came out last year.
That's what I expected.
This is likely due to renewed interest in Overwatch caused by the Overwatch 2 beta being received fairly positively, as well as the announcements surrounding the second installment of the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. Are we allowed to call it that now? Is that what it is?
I guess it's already a mouthful, so I don't know. Call it whatever.
It's the second one in the remake. It's called Rebirth. You get my point. Rounding out the month of June, we see that Nintendo continues to crush the charts with 4 of the top 10 games for the month being Switch exclusives. One of them being a 9-year-old game in Mario Kart 8. I don't understand. They're never gonna make a new one. Why would they ever? They keep releasing these awesome track packs, and idiots like me keep buying them. Mario Kart 9's never gonna happen.
They have no reason to.
Johnny Boy's gonna buy him. Just give it to him.
It works.
Jumping over to the year-to-date data shows us a similar trend. The year-to-date sales for 2022 show that 4 out of the top 5 best-selling games are single-player focused, with the top-selling game being, well, Elden Ring, obviously.
Oh.
It's always Elden Ring.
I should have guessed.
It's forever always Elden Ring. Other single-player focused games in that top 5 include the Switch-exclusive Pokemon Legends Arceus, PlayStation's Horizon Forbidden West, didn't think it sold that well, but okay.
Okay.
And of course, LEGO Star Wars.
Yeah.
We're no longer a Breath of the Wild podcast. We're a LEGO Star Wars podcast. Bring in the Gonk Droid. Bring in C-3PO. Give me Watto. Give me Jar Jar Binks. Give me Gonk Droid. That's all I need.
Keep listing off all of these Star Wars names because I don't know any.
We've got Ki-Adi-Mundi. We've got... That's the only one I can think of. Yeah, Ki-Adi-Mundi,
You did not say a real name to me.
Ki-Adi-Mundi, yes. And Snice Noodles. Exploring the list again shows Nintendo's dominance, with 3 exclusives cracking the top 10 games sold for the first half of the year. Nintendo just prints money.
They will never go away. They are here, and they are also here to take your money.
Hey, remember when people were concerned that Nintendo was gonna fail and they're gonna have to start releasing Zelda on the Xbox?
You'll never stop bringing that up. You'll never stop.
Where y'all at now?
They're
so stupid.
They've hurt you so long ago.
God, those people are so dumb, though.
It's okay. We've moved on. We've moved on.
All this paints a pretty great picture for those of us who value single-player content in our games, but while these numbers do help assuage our fears about a mobile-only future, don't think for a second that free-to-play games, and more importantly mobile games, are going anywhere.
That's right. While Nintendo and FromSoft were kicking ass and taking names in the premium game space, mobile games were drawing in almost double the consumer spending.
Double the spending?
Double. Believe it or not, double.
Uh-oh.
According to video game industry advisor for the NPD Group, Matt Piscatella, consumer spending on premium games, including microtransactions, subscriptions, and DLC, raked in around $23 billion during the first half of 2022. This indicates about a 10% change from last year where sales were booming. Unfortunately for all those keyboard warriors out there, game industry reports that mobile games brought $41.2 billion during the exact same time frame.
$41 billion?
$41.2 billion.
Over 6 months?
Yes.
Holy crap.
That mobile games alone did that. So, yeah, double. For those of you counting at home, that's only $5 billion off, being exactly double the amount spent on premium games.
23 is oftentimes 46 if you double it. So yeah, that's only 5 off.
Look at you, you've learned from last episode.
I do napkin math sometimes, baby.
Yeah, sometimes. The highest earners during that time period in the mobile space were Honor of Kings and PUBG Mobile, who amassed $1.4 billion and $1.1 billion respectively.
Crap.
Yes, those two games alone. Yeah.
1.4 for a oh my gosh.
What's funny is most people haven't even heard of that game before.
Oh, Dylan, we need to make a mobile game.
A cross-gen mobile game? A cross-gen gaming mobile game. That's a bit confusing. We'll write that down. Write that down. We'll get to
write that down. TM.
You can't take it. Interestingly, sales across the board are expected to be down around 8.7% year over year, again, according to NPD. Currently, though, sales for premium games are down 10% year over year, while mobile games are down 6.6% during the same time frame.
So they're both shrinking, but they're not, not equal.
This has led some to speculate that gaming itself is dying, but exploring the numbers just a bit further debunks that claim. Yes, game spending is down in 2022, but 2020 and 2021 were record-breaking years for the games industry, while the COVID-19 pandemic shut down a good portion of the world. Claims that sales figures would remain that high after restrictions eased and people returned slowly to normalcy were dubious at best and have been proven false by the data.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that if you lock a bunch of people in their houses and they can play Fortnite with their friends still, they're going to spend a lot of money in Fortnite, but then the second they go out and actually, touch grass, they're not going to anymore.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, that's how it works.
It's weird.
Other potential factors impacting game spending are Russia's ongoing war with Ukraine, increased inflation in the United States, supply chain issues, and fewer large games releasing this year. Oh, and people are, going outside again.
Yeah, baby, we're out there. We're in parks, going to concerts.
Yeah, all those things.
So what does this all mean for the gaming industry? While overall spending may be down, the prevalence of single-player games has never been larger. And while mobile games and free-to-play games still earn a crazy amount of money, seriously, $1 billion for a single game is absolutely crazy.
Good lord. It's insane.
The fact that a difficult single-player focused game like Elden Ring has been sitting at the top of the charts for almost 4 months, 4 months,
4 months,
definitely signals to developers and publishers alike that these kinds of games aren't anywhere close to dead. In fact, during the company's first quarter earnings call, CEO of Electronic Arts, Andrew Wilson, recently stated that single-player games are, quote, really, really important to the company's future.
Who'd have thought?
Who'da thunk it? All things considered, single-player games are in a pretty powerful spot right now and don't seem to be going anywhere.
They ain't going nowhere, baby. They're here to stay. But those are just our thoughts and opinions. We would love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Do you guys play more single-player or multiplayer games? And do you hate mobile games as much as the rest of the internet? Let us know.
I want them all gone, Dylan. If you don't play a game, if you don't play PC games, if you don't play console games, I don't know how they suddenly became on the same scale. It's really like PC games are here and like console games here. The mobile games are in the dirt. That's how I feel about it.
Man, I just want to play Candy Crush.
Candy Crush is pretty fun, actually. That's pretty good, yeah. Also, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to make sure that you can be made aware of all of our new content coming out. Dylan, where can people find more of you?
They can find me on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, at The Dylan Machine, where I post, once again, Destiny stuff. I'm actually posting a bunch of clips once again.
Still Destiny. I've been watching his clips. They're pretty funny.
It will always be Destiny. Expect literally nothing else from me. I mean, you know, on Twitter, I'll talk about Sonic along with Destiny sometimes.
He talks about Sonic a lot. You retweet a lot of Sonic stuff.
I mean, dude, we're in a weird time right now, okay? There's a lot to say.
Tell me about it.
What about you, John?
You can find more of me on YouTube, where I stream every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I also post shorts reviewing all the games I've been playing, which is, again, too many, as well as some longer form videos surrounding gaming in general. I'm going to put a link for that in the description.
Well, that's all from us. We'll see you in the next generation. Well, bye.
Adios.